Broadcast Row for the Now generation. And now a special presentation from Broadcast Row. Broadcasting live from the greatest city in the world. Wake up. It's time, people, for your morning online gathering. Hosted by Mardel. It's the Wrestling Morning Show. And it starts now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wrestling Morning Show. This is Mardel, your host. It's 9:05 Eastern Standard Time on this October 18th, 2017. We got a lot of show lined up for you tonight. We're going to be talking about SmackDown. Now, granted, it was uneventful, and there really wasn't too many things to come out of it. Anytime we can have an opportunity to have Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn on that microphone, not to mention the big announcement, Jinder Mahal is calling out Brock Lesnar. I think it's kind of fun, and I'll explain why a little bit later on the program. Most of you guys are actually, well, probably giggling about it. The number's 844-627-3352. I want to hear from you. It's 844-627-3352. That's the call line and the text line. You can follow us on Twitter at Live Morning Show. We stream live on Twitter, on Facebook at The Wrestling Morning Show. Any information you need is on thewrestlingmorningshow.com. All right, let's begin this program today. I hope the morning is going well for you. The show is created for you guys. No matter what you guys do in the morning, on the go, you'll have a little wrestling in your morning to start your day, or for some of you, maybe even end your day. Last night, they were in Daniel Bryan's hometown, Seattle, Washington. So he addresses his fans, and just an unbelievable pop for Daniel Bryan, of course. And then we get a little visitor last night. Probably one of the bigger storylines, if not the biggest storyline, is the new found brotherhood of old friends Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Here's Sami Zayn in the ring. Let's refresh your memory from 12 hours ago.
To me, reunited with his former best friend, once again best friend, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn side by side. It's quite a beautiful thing, Cole.
Just hearing you say that alone is still hard to digest, Corey. That Sami Zayn has renewed his friendship with Kevin Owens.
After everything that you did, and you come out here smiling, dancing around, is this really the Sami Zayn that I've known for over 13 years?
Daniel, really, what's the big difference? I mean, I'm still the Sami Zayn you've always known. I'm still a great guy. I am. No, I really am. I'm a great guy. Nothing's changed. All I did was I took ownership of my career back. A career that I worked 15 years to build. Does that really make me a bad guy? Look, I get that maybe some of these people think that makes me a bad guy. But I really thought you, of all people, would understand.
Listen, I get it. I get the frustration. I've been in your shoes.
Well, let me cut you off right there, all right? Because you and me, we're not the same, okay? Yes, there's some similarities. Yes, we're both gifted in-ring performers. Well, I still am. And yes, management never believed in either one of us. But the big difference between you and me, Daniel, is you had them. Yeah. They're what made you. They made you the superstar that you are. They made the Yes Movement what it was. They are the reason you were in the main event of WrestleMania. But when it comes to me, Brian, these people just didn't uphold their end of the agreement. They didn't uphold their part of the unspoken contract where I come out here and I work hard and I do it with a smile and I do everything that's right, and in return, they cheer for me so loud and so hard that they make me undeniable to management, just like they did for you, but they never did it for me, Daniel. But you know what the amazing thing is? I don't care. I don't care anymore. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care anymore. And let me just tell you, between you and me, Daniel, it feels amazing. And if you would feel as amazing as I feel now, you would be smiling just like I'm smiling if you had done what I did and take ownership of your career back and lose your martyr complex. Because they got in your head. And if you had just done what I did and maybe worked a little smarter instead of working a little harder, you wouldn't have had to retire in this very building right here. Hey.
Now, this is awesome that he's getting this heat right now.
Hey, it breaks my heart. It broke my heart more than it broke any of yours. Because this is from the heart, Brian. I consider you a once-in-a-lifetime performer. That's the truth. In my opinion, you were the performer of our generation. You really were. My whole career, I spent trying to catch up to you because you were the best. And every time I would reach your level, you'd already jumped 2 steps ahead. And I would try to catch up, and you were always just 2 steps ahead. But now, Daniel, now you are the last person I would ever want to be like. A man who gave his body, broke his body, for glory and for the adulation, just to end up a housewife.
I'm loving this promo, by the way. I'm going to tell you what the most important thing about the Sami is. Here he comes.
Oh, this be very.
Now, what I love about Sami, it's just very matter of fact. It's not this character. He's not screaming. It's not indicating that he's a bad guy. He's just stating facts. He's just using words, and that's what I really enjoy about Sami and this heel turn. Really, most of the stuff that the people are actually getting upset with, there's elements of truth. That's why I like it. It's a great compliment to Kevin Owens. These two are going to work together for a very long time.
Cares about repercussions anymore.
This is Kevin's heaven, you got to remember. He's got his guardian angel.
McMahon is watching.
Sami, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy to see what's happening now, to see that you've seen the light, to see that you finally have started to listen to what I've been saying all along. And while you are right about everything you said about Daniel Bryan, I feel like I have to clarify a couple things. See, you're right, he was a pathetic martyr. He was a housewife. I mean, at one point he was practically Mr. Bella. But now, Daniel Bryan has become something much worse. He has become what he's fought against for so long. He is a hypocrite.
Kevin, I know you try to infect everybody that you meet with this poison thinking, but I see right through it. You don't care about Sami, you never have. You've proven that once before. You don't care about anybody except yourself. And maybe you resent me because I care about what's doing best for the fans. And that's not what's best for you.
Best for the fans? No, that's not what you mean. No. What you mean is you care about doing what's best for business. That is exactly what's in your head. And Sami, if you need any more proof, there you have it. That man right there, Daniel Bryan, is now the authority.
Oh my goodness. You're right. You're totally right. I don't know why I'm surprised. You're right again. Daniel Bryan has become the very thing he spent his entire career fighting against. There's only one word for a person like that. Sellout. Yes, you're right. Kevin, you're right. And you know what? Thank you. Thank you for helping open my eyes, because this could have been me. And you saved me from that. Thank you.
Whoa, where are you? Daniel, where are you going? Oh, wait, I forgot. Walking out of this arena is the best thing you got nowadays.
Where am I going?
So essentially what he tells them is he's going to find two people to face them so they could punch them in the mouth, which is great. Let's get back to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, I like this character, as I mentioned to you. He was almost kind of this very odd way he came to the ring earlier when his music hit, he came to the ring. It was a little bit different. But more importantly, the entire character is not. It's still Sami Zayn, sounds like Sami Zayn, walks and talks like Sami Zayn. It's just the element of truth that comes out of his mouth. I'm sure when you are portrayed as a good guy or a face, there are things you hold back because, you could alienate a certain demographic of the crowd. But now he's on the same level as Kevin Owens, as having the ability to say pretty much what he wants. He will not get in trouble. He's the backing of Kevin Owens. Now, mind you, when I say same level, Kevin Owens pretty much is SmackDown. It's him and AJ Styles. And when AJ Styles doesn't have a great storyline, he does take a backseat to Kevin Owens. And the one thing where I could prove to everybody why maybe Kevin Owens could be the very best, no matter who Kevin Owens goes against, either in the ring and definitely through a segment or a program or a promo, he makes sure that his segment is the most polarizing, the most important. This is great for Sami Zayn because we find out that Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton will be taking on Owens and Sami Zayn for the main event. This is awesome for Sami. I love it. This is the opportunity that he's been waiting for. We've always had respect for Sami Zayn. We all knew who he was before he came here. And sure, some of the best wrestlers don't have those great opportunities. We mentioned on the show yesterday that, wow, it's been 10 years, Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox could go in that ring. You don't really pay attention, do you? Are you nodding your head right now? Or maybe you're shaking your head at what I'm saying. But literally, Alicia Fox can go. She's very good in that ring, just never had that gimmick. Sami Zayn, we cater to him, we respect him. He's a wrestler, has a phenomenal theme. Okay, but now the spotlight is on Sami Zayn, which is awesome. Gives him more opportunities. I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be a little bit of a slow burn for the next couple weeks. Now, at the very end of SmackDown, and if you didn't watch SmackDown, you tune into this program to get your information. At the very end of this, they go backstage. Now, Sami and Kevin Owens, they beat Nakamura and Randy. Well, thanks to a low blow. That's what cheaters do. That's what the heels do. So, Sami gives Randy a low blow, then a haluva kick, and Randy gets pinned by Sami. It was fun to have all four men in that match, but more importantly, afterwards, they go backstage, and there's actually a very funny line by KO. Better yet, let's take a listen to this audio. Sami, KO, Daniel Bryan backstage.
How'd that work out for you, huh? You thought you had us? No, we're too good.
We just beat the top two guys on SmackDown Live. So what's next? Daniel, what do you got in store for us next week, huh? A lumberjack match, a handicap match, a Daniel Bryan on a full match?
Well, that's pretty good. But
Yeah.
That's worthless. Daniel Bryan on a pole. What do you got, huh? Next week, what do you got for us?
Actually, that's not up to me. It's up to Shane McMahon.
Okay, so the stunned look on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's face. Shane's going to be back. This entire thing is set up single-handedly for Survivor Series. I believe it can only be Shane's team versus KO's team. And that's what Survivor Series will be, the major thing to come out of SmackDown. We're going to talk a little bit more about Jinder Mahal calling out Brock Lesnar. That's definitely shaping up as one of the main events. But I am fascinated, since we're talking about SmackDown, Team Kevin Owens. We could play around with this a little bit. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the show. Team Shane O'Mac. We'll talk about that. Who could be some of the participants in this traditional, maybe 4-on-4, 5-on-5? So the camera pans to Randy and Nakamura, and then KO and Sami come back. We don't really see this that often. They're at the top of the ramp, being obnoxious, and we're loving the entire time.
Yes. Kevin and Sami are the best. Yes, Kevin and Sami did what they said they do. Yes, Kevin and Sami just beat Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. We are SmackDown Live, and there is nothing you or anybody back there can do about it. My name is Kevin Owens. This is Sami Zayn, and he is my best friend.
You have to wonder if this tune will change next week.
And there's a great line coming from Kevin Owens. You have to listen to this.
Hold me tight.
That's how they end SmackDown. Kevin Owens says, "Hold me tight." These guys are great. I love it. It's the Wrestling Morning Show. It's 844-627-3352. That's 844-627-3352. We stream live, 100% live on Twitter. The handle's Live Morning Show. Of course, Facebook is the Wrestling Morning Show. We stream live on there. Any information you need, go to thewrestlingmorningshow.com. I am your host, Mardel, and I appreciate meeting a lot of you guys on Twitter, especially every Monday and Tuesday, and of course, for special events like pay-per-views. And of course, we're going to be talking about the pay-per-view coming up this Sunday, tables, ladders, and chairs. And a nod to Mick Foley. Oh my. So one major storyline to come out of SmackDown last night, Jinder Mahal cuts a promo in the middle of the ring. And they've also explained and let everyone know that Jinder had a great trip to India, which I'm actually a little fascinated by. How would the Indian culture actually embrace Jinder Mahal, the first ever WWE champion from Indian descent? I am curious. I mean, he does represent 1.3 billion people. So we know he's going to go back there in December. They have a tour of India. Without a doubt, he will be the champion, which is fine. In my firm beliefs, he will take on AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. The winner will be AJ Styles. The winner of the Royal Rumble will be Shinsuke Nakamura. Because I also believe that Brock will continue to be the Universal Champion, and he will take on, most likely, Roman Reigns. And this is all for WrestleMania. Let's go now and listen to the Maharaja as he not only talks to the people in Seattle, the people in the United States, but the 1.3 billion people that he represents.
Painted however you want, but the fact is Jinder's still a champion, and he's got a great pair of sidekicks.
There are only some things you get to experience when you are the modern-day Maharaja. The first ever Indian WWE champion. This past week, I took this very WWE championship to the homeland, and I was given a true hero's welcome. Nothing but royal treatment for the Maharaja. 5-star hotel, the finest restaurants. And on my last day there, after dining with some of Bollywood's biggest celebrities, a young boy came up to me and he said, "Maharaja, what's next?" I asked this young boy what he meant. He said, "Maharaja, you've beaten Randy Orton multiple times. You've beaten Shinsuke Nakamura multiple times. You have beaten anybody worth beating on SmackDown Live. Yet, in America, you do not have the same level of respect from the WWE Universe as you do here in India." This boy was wise beyond his years. I must make a challenge. Let me remind you, I am your WWE champion. I must beat a man who you people think is unbeatable. I must beat the most dominant force in the WWE. So at Survivor Series, I am challenging the Beast. At Survivor Series, I am challenging Brock Lesnar!
Are you kidding me?
And I want all of you people to kiss my feet when I prove that the Beast can be slain. I want all of you to bow down to the modern-day Maharaja. Every single one of you will realize the greatness that stands in front of you. I am the greatest WWE champion of all time.
I'm not entirely sure I believe what I just heard Jinder Mahal do.
I can't believe it either.
Okay, oh, the shot from both you guys. Okay, now AJ comes out. This was what I find interesting. First of all, it was just to see AJ last night. The reality of it is, and if I am right, which, well, let's face it, I usually am not, this is going to be Royal Rumble. We're going to get to Survivor Series in November, and maybe, of course, there's a pay-per-view in December, but I think they're going to keep this to the Royal Rumble. So this means SmackDown Live possibly could be a little vacant, but let's go ahead and listen to AJ last night.
In here, but I don't think I heard you correctly, did I?
AJ, I don't know what you're doing out here, but yes, you heard correct. AJ, you heard absolutely correct. At Survivor Series, I challenge Brock Lesnar.
Oh, no, that's not what I was talking about. I don't care about that. It's what you said before that you have beaten every worthy opponent on SmackDown Live, except... you haven't beaten AJ Styles.
Now, if you were paying attention, I said these were the boys' words, but you are absolutely correct. I meant there is no worthy competition on SmackDown Live. AJ, you are a loser. I am a winner. I am WWE Champion.
I'm a loser? I'm a loser. Okay. So if I'm a loser, you don't have a problem facing me for your WWE Championship.
AJ, in my country, they don't think you're worthy enough to be standing in the same ring as a Maharaja.
We're not in your country, are we?
AJ, you think you're at the front of the line? I say you're at the back of the line. AJ, just like all of these people, you are delusional. The fact that you are even challenging me for the WWE Championship is an absolute joke. Don't you know who I am?
Jinder cracks me up. All right, couple combination. He beats up Jinder. Crowd goes nuts. Okay, I believe this is going to be, as I've said, Royal Rumble. Now, we know about Survivor Series taking place on November 19th. But in Boston, there's going to be Clash of Champions. This is a SmackDown event. I think one of two things could possibly happen. One, there's another rematch between Brock and Jinder in Boston, Massachusetts. Could AJ go over and face him at Clash of Champions? Sure, that's a possibility. That would definitely help out some of the ratings going on during the tough holiday season. Or they wait just a bit, and then we'll go at the Royal Rumble. That's going to be in Philadelphia. That's on the 28th. Do they wait that long? I think they do. Like I said, there's a big Indian tour coming up, not to mention maybe an entire culture they're going to market for the holidays. And why not buy something for the Maharaja? It's been a while since I went on the shop, but of course there's those great Jinder Mahal t-shirts. Maybe there's a different distributor in India, and there's probably multiple t-shirts, and we're not really aware of that. Maybe we'll find out. But I think all indications go to that. So SmackDown should be ramping up very soon. They have plenty of time to push Survivor Series, as Raw is obviously gearing up for this Sunday. And then, of course, on December 17th will be Clash of Champions. And that is a SmackDown event. We're about to take a smaller break. As you know, we don't take long breaks here. We just take a little, let's see, a couple commercials, we're done. Okay, so we're going to take a small break. And one thing we're talking about coming up, if there was a Survivor Series team Kevin, Team Shane, who would be on there? We'll talk about that. The number is 844-627-3352. Call or text. Follow us at the Live Morning Show on Twitter. It's the Wrestling Morning Show. This is Mardel. We'll be right back after this.
The Wrestling Morning Show with Mardel. Live on Broadcast Row.
Progressive brings you Flowetry with Flow.
A tool called Name Your Price. Get a grip on your spending like an industrial vice. It's nice. Beats rolling the dice. I prefer brown rice. Don't carry dumbbells when you walk on thin ice. Splash.
Get insurance based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. Visit progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ryan Peck drives to rural towns and children's hospitals every week, bringing music to kids who need it most.
Ready?
He dreams of showing people the importance of music in a child's life. American Family Insurance is helping make that happen right now. Wherever your dreams take you, we'll be there to protect you. Learn more about American Family's auto insurance at amfam.com. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Now back to the Wrestling Morning Show. The Wrestling Morning Show with Mardel, live on Broadcast Row.
I'm so glad you guys decided to join us. A little bit of a lackluster SmackDown last night. Of course, I was a little disappointed, but let's go through the checklist. Kevin Owens, all right, check. Sami Zayn, check. AJ Styles, check. And for me, loving the Usos. I've told you guys this. When you listen to the program, I've been a big fan of the Usos. I love the gimmick change. I love the new uniforms. And more importantly, I love the remix of their theme. It's phenomenal. This was actually quite funny. They're backstage. Renee is talking to them. And then Gable and Shelton Benjamin come out. Let's take a listen to this. And we know that Gable and Benjamin are not the most charismatic people in the world. Shelton Benjamin would have been a lot bigger things back in the day with just a little bit better charisma and gimmick. Not to knock him, he's a phenomenal wrestler. He's always been a great wrestler. But obviously it was gimmick-driven. This was very subtle and funny. It's not going to translate well with the audio. I do want to thank WWE, Universal, and NBC for hooking this up. Of course, USA. Let's go ahead and listen to this audio right now.
Please welcome the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Last week, the team of Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin won the right to face you for your tag titles. How do you guys feel about your next challenge?
How we feeling? Well, let's check it out. 2 weeks ago, we walked in Hell in a Cell, we walked out Tag Team Champions.
5 times.
Hey, since the brand split, down since day one-ish, been the hottest thing on SmackDown.
Hey, that's what they say, 100, that's what they say. But to answer your question, I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling like a little kid on Christmas morning.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling like I just woke up today and it was my birthday.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling like we got this whole tag division on lock.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Oops.
We doing our rap stuff, boys? I know all about that rap stuff, man. Hey, Renee, how come you didn't ask us how we're feeling? Because I feel good.
Yeah, tell them how you feel.
I feel better than good.
How
I feel like, I feel like we go wrap you up.
Like a couple of babies.
Like we go tap you out.
Have you screaming in stereo.
I feel like we gon' be the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
That's happening real soon. But until then, respect.
Man, I thought we was about to go down.
Well, the Mercury. Okay, that was the classic handshake extension. And they reached their heads. That was pretty good. These guys are going to go toe-to-toe, and I love it. Even though I can't say enough about the Usos and the New Day rivalry. They may be taking a backseat, which is fine. We'll just miss it even more. Okay, on the show, I've said this so many times. Rusev is deceptively funny. Very funny. He's been aligned with Aiden English. Now, this is really pointless that I got to play this, but I have to play because I just find it so funny. So go ahead and take a listen to this. It's Aiden English singing, and he's seeing these two guys backstage. And how come you're not appreciating me? You guys are on your cell phone. What do you appreciate?
I mean, if I'm not up to your musical standards, who is?
Nice little pop for the New Day. They're coming out. Clean shaven. Kofi Kingston, by the way. Very soon we see Rusev. And he gives a very, very funny line.
Yes. Well done. Well done. Why so sour? You look like the Gershwin of Grumpy.
Or like the Mendelssohn of Moody.
Or the Cardi B of Cantankerous. These ain't red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Yeah.
No more New Day. The only thing that matters now, it's Rusev Day.
It's Rusev Day? Again? That can only mean one thing. Time to celebrate.
Rusev Day is not a joke.
It's Rusev Day.
Not the time.
It's phenomenal. Rusev it makes me laugh. That's the only reason I played it. Now, when Total Divas comes back, I'm hoping Lana's on there. More importantly, I hope Rusev is on there. He was the best part of this last season. Okay, let's go through some of the matches we have not discussed yet on the program. They open up with Charlotte, Becky, Naomi versus Natty, Tamina, and Lana. Phenomenal females. Okay, I'm not taking that type of tone with it. What I am doing is this just seems to be the common trend, not only on SmackDown, but on Monday Night Raw. Let's force all these women together. They're either backstage bickering about something. They're doing a 3-on-3, a 4-on-4, a 2-on-2. It just seems, when was the last time we had some rivalry, just one-on-one? It's been a while. Now, obviously, you get a little bit more of it on Monday Night Raw. And I believe they're going to have 2 to 3 matches for TLC. Asuka comes out. She'll be facing Emma. We'll have Mickie James. She'll be taking on Alexa. And that's, of course, for the title. And there's also one more female match on the card. And that's Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. So that's 3 women's matches. Now, Alicia and Sasha, of course, are going to be the pre-show. They have talented performers on SmackDown. Carmella is on commentary. She is getting better and better on that microphone and inside that ring. Lana taps out to Charlotte. Charlotte, Becky, Naomi pick up the win. Fashion Files Pulp Fiction Edition. I also asked this question about the Fashion Files. I think it was a breath of fresh air for the entire summer going into September, but has it jumped the shark? May we chalk it off as just not a very funny episode? Seems now to run into the same routine. Corbin versus Sin Cara. Sin Cara picks up the win because of a countout. Really kind of made no sense. First of all, Sin Cara is still on the roster. Big round of applause for Sin Cara. Now you have this opportunity with Corbin, the U.S. title. A lot of talented mid-carders, people that have bright futures. Okay, Sin Cara. He's been around for a while, and I don't think you really repackage it. There's so many talented mid-carders, and I hope they give this opportunity to a lot of the mid-carders to go up against Baron Corbin. There's a lot of heat. He's come a long way, so I will give him that. Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler. This is a rematch. Very quick match, by the way. Ziggler continuing to enhance this new heel gimmick, which is fine. Bobby Roode getting the love from the Seattle fans, which is fine as well. There was a moment there we didn't know how Roode was going to be packaged. Straight up babyface right now. And really, this was a carbon copy of a previous match. Ziggler actually gets the win. Gives him a roll up, but he pulls the tights and cheats. Similar to what Bobby Roode did the first time they squared off in the last pay-per-view. So with the exception of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the outlandish announcement by Jinder Mahal that he wants to face Brock Lesnar, and of course, there was a little bit of a tease when AJ Styles came out very upset that he does not have that opportunity. We talked about this earlier in the program. His opportunity will come, and the payoff will be very big. Now, last night, SmackDown was not a very exciting show. One question I do want to know, what is the game plan when they have a lot of competition on television? Now, last night, Yankees, Astros, exciting game. Cubs, Dodgers. The start of the NBA season was last night. And everything on Twitter, everything that was trending was NBA related, especially Gordon Hayward. I would Google that injury and be careful. So that pretty much dominated social media last night. A lot of eyes on that last night. A lot of eyes on baseball last night. And truly, I think SmackDown took a back seat. Now, I guarantee so many fans of professional wrestling probably watched the show an hour in, waited for their other sporting events, television events to end, fast forward through it. It'd be a very quick fast forward, by the way. It's unfortunate. Try new stuff. Why not? Let people turn the channel over when they see something crazy trending, besides SDLive. I often get asked, am I a fan of the Cruiserweight division and 205 Live? That's a very tough question in reality, but very simple to answer. The performers in the Cruiserweight division are about as talented as it gets. I don't like the program. I don't like how they're presented. I don't like the opportunity that we don't have a chance to get to know who they are because they rarely ever wrestle. They rarely ever get to give interviews. Say what you want about Enzo Amore. And I've said a lot. First of all, he's very talented. You cannot deny what he can do on a microphone. He could have fans cheering and booing in a snap of a finger. That's an unbelievable talent. More importantly, recently, he's put more eyes on the Cruiserweight division and 205 Live. I think something needed to be done. Enzo is definitely the right direction to go to. This also forces Neville to be a face. One guy I truly enjoy is Drew Gulak. There is something different about him. There's something special about him. And last night, he gives a PowerPoint presentation. And this is kind of the stuff that they need on 205 Live to keep things interesting. And hopefully more eyeballs on it. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it.
Else, and I will not sit idly by while one of you continues to defy authority. Someone like Akira Tozawa and his annoying Well, it sounds like some of my children in attendance need some tough love of their own. I'll say this. Sometimes you're supposed to speak softly, and sometimes you carry a big stick. And that is exactly what happened last week. I took Akira Tozawa and I rendered his chant useless when I hit him in the vocal cords and made his throat impotent. Oh, make no mistake about it, Akira Tozawa brought that upon himself. You see, he wasn't listening and he interrupted me, and if he hadn't, he would have heard proposal number 9. That's right, proposal number 9 of my PowerPoint presentation!
Yes!
No chanting! Everybody take it, quiet down. You will learn this one way or another. Everyone, please pay attention to the Titan-tron for Drew Gulak's plan for a better 205 Live. Maestro, proposal number 9. All right, children, read this nice and slow with me right now. Proposal number 9, no defying authority. See, we call these proposals, but you know what? They are more than that. These are rules. Boring? This is a PowerPoint presentation. That's fine, kids. That's fine. Because you're not supposed to defy authority, no? And as your father, it is my duty to tell you that ignorance is no excuse. That's why this Sunday I'll be providing each and every one of my children with a special refresher course on all 277 of my rules. That's right, I said this Sunday because we will make a better 205 Live. This Sunday on TLC's kickoff show when I present a very special championship edition of Drew Gulak's Plan for a Better 205 Live!
Okay, that was, I find that funny. Very funny. Something different. Now, he's going to be on the kickoff show, which is great. Once again, more exposure. We get to know who these guys are. We know they're very talented inside the ring, but we don't care. We don't care when they wrestle. We don't know who they are. We don't know too much of the storyline except for I want this and I want that. Neville was great. Built a foundation. We knew why he created this heel persona. It was actually magical. And I hope more things good to come to 205 Live. Good, it needs to. Integrating maybe some other superstars in 205 Live. Taking some of the 205 superstars, have them go against the people way over 205, which makes no sense. But yeah, you guys got questions, comments, concerns. It's 844-627-3352. That's the number. It's the call line and the text line. We do this every Tuesday, every Wednesday morning. Give you the alternative to listen to talk radio or FM radio, the same songs over and over. Maybe the same playlist that you have on your phone that gets boring. Instead of talking to somebody in your car, just listen to us. It's very simple. We also got the Wrestling Morning Show app available in iTunes and Google Play. Now, when this show goes off the air, it's available in podcast form in iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. So you have every opportunity to enjoy this program. So once again, it's the Wrestling Morning Show. The number's 844-627-3352. Well, we get back from our small break. We're going to talk about TLC that's happening this Sunday. Don't forget, we got a special TLC show coming up. We will announce when it is. It's always either the pre or post conversation for TLC. We'll let you know as soon as we get everything figured out and ready to go. Most likely it'll be a post show. We'll let you know, and we'll be right back here on the Wrestling Morning Show.
Live on Broadcast Row, it's the Wrestling Morning Show.
Break-ins. They happen every day. Will you be next? With Simply Safe, you get comprehensive, professionally monitored home security. Each Simply Safe system is thoughtfully assembled, from entry and motion sensors to a high-definition security camera. You'll have everything you need to keep your family safe. CNET called it comprehensive, easy-to-use protection, naming it Editor's Choice for home security. Order now and in a few days be protected 24/7. Click the banner to begin protecting yourself today with Simply Safe.
With Zillow, you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for the pool that will turn your kids' fingers into prunes. The living room where your dad will explain the nuances of football to you. Yet again. The kitchen where you'll alphabetize your spice collection and discover forgotten, furry, what is that, in the back of the fridge.
You're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. And whether buying or renting, Zillow makes it easy with smart search features, photos, and more. Zillow. Find your way home.
Now back to the Wrestling Morning Show.
It's the Wrestling Morning Show. I'm your host, Mardel. The number's 844-627-3352. Hopefully you could join us on the program. All right, now let's talk a little TLC right now. We know the kickoff is Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. Excited about that. Also, Drew Gulak is probably going to give another PowerPoint presentation. Hopefully, it's entertaining. The women are represented very well in this pay-per-view. It'll be the debut of Asuka. She takes on Emma. Wouldn't that be something, though? If Asuka actually jumps out to Emma. Takes Emma to a whole new level, much like she started the women's revolution. She could talk about she's the first woman ever to beat Asuka. She may have some backup. You never know. Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. We've talked about this on the program yesterday, how talented Alicia is, and sometimes we forget about that. They're actually doing the kickoff show. What I'm fascinated about is Alexa Bliss and Mickie James is going to be for the Raw Women's Championship. I like the angle they're playing. The young upstart, Alexa Bliss, too cool for school. The crafty veteran, Mickie James, who maybe is a little too old. Everybody can identify with both these characters. Alexa Bliss is performing at the highest level of any female right now. Anyone. In the ring, on the mic, the gimmick, everything. Reaction from the crowd, good or bad. Mickie James cutting promos better than she did 10 years ago. In the ring, as good as she's ever been. I'm excited for this. Please give them some time. Please. And if Asuka's going to go over against Emma, just squash Emma. There's no point. It's important for Alexa to look really good inside that ring. There's still doubts about her wrestling ability, even though she's come a long way. And she's still very good. Not to mention, she knows how to wrestle as a heel. Do you guys pay attention to that? She knows how to wrestle as a heel. Mickie James will bring the very best out of her. We have Kalisto versus Enzo Amore. This is going to be for the Cruiserweight Championship. Not giving any predictions. I hope it's going to be a good match. Enzo needs to finally have a match where he can actually wrestle to the best of his ability. Hoping that could be the case. I could also see a disqualification occurring. I could see a lot of different angles in this match. More important, this is not just about Kalisto winning or Enzo winning. This is about putting some attention to the Cruiserweight division, which is much needed. The Cruiserweights are going to be represented a lot. The women are going to be represented a lot. We have Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, Cedric Alexander, and Rich Swann. Two 205 matches. This is phenomenal. 3 female matches. Drew Gulak. PowerPoint presentation, as you told us. Hopefully he gets permission. So we also got Finn Balor now. He's the Demon versus Sister Abigail. Excited for that. Very excited. Curious what direction they're going to go with. I don't know. It's much like the House of Horrors. I'm getting so excited for it. It was weird to me. Now as I took a step back, I appreciate it, but at the time I was let down. Hopefully we don't get let down with Sister Abigail. Oh, and by the way, let me see if I can read this correctly. Yeah, the Shield. This is what everybody wants to watch. It's going to be awesome. The Shield versus Braun Strowman, The Miz, Kane, Cesaro, Sheamus. 5-on-3 handicap. Tables, ladders, and chairs. It's going to be awesome. From my knowledge, and I could be completely wrong in all of these, is that the only TLC match? It could be. I'm surprised the Demon versus Sister Abigail is not. I got to do some investigating on this. This can't be right. This can't be the only TLC match. But yeah, I guess so. I mean, in Hell in the Cell, there's only 1 or 2 when they do Hell in the Cell. So why not this? Which would be utterly disappointing, by the way. But hopefully it's not the case. Our prediction show will be hopefully Sunday before. We might actually have a special show. But let's talk out loud real quick. Now, Finn Balor's beat him twice. But now it's Sister Abigail. It's either put up or shut up for this. They could extend this feud possibly. I'm hoping Bray goes over because Bray never goes over. He really doesn't. I think we're going to have a hell of a competition between Cedric, Swan, Kendrick, and Gallagher. That's going to be fun. These guys know how to wrestle. We explained the importance of Kalisto and Enzo Amore. Not only for them as individuals, especially Enzo, but for the Cruiserweight division. Asuka, Emma. This could be enormous for Emma. She could also get buried. If Asuka loses, what does that mean? Nothing. She's still great. And believe me, if she loses and Emma goes over, it's not going to be clean by no means. Alexa and Mickie James. I got a funny feeling. It's not a prediction. I got a funny feeling Mickie James goes over. And I'll tell you why. This will be the 7th Women's Championship. There's got to be records. There's got to be numbers. People have to chase that. And I think another title on Mickie James means something. Not to mention there's a nice chase for Alexa toward Mickie James. Mickie James could also have a program with someone else. Now, Alexa's my girl, don't get me wrong, but if Alexa wins, I'll be happy as well. I think people are kind of gravitating to the fact that Alexa was probably going to win. I'd love something different, and Mickie James goes over. That's what I would like to see. Now, another aspect of it, you got Mickie James, who is a full-blown face right now. The majority of the roster are made up of full-blown faces, with a few exceptions that could step up right now, like Emma. What, Alicia Fox? Maybe Asuka goes after it? We don't know. But the majority of these wrestling fans are going to tune in for one major match. The Shield versus Braun, Miz, Kane, Cesaro, and Sheamus. I don't know who's going over. It should be the 5-on-3, which makes more sense. Regardless, win or lose, it's going to be also with tables, ladders, and chairs. God, I hope it goes 40 minutes somehow, some way. More importantly, what they're doing is setting up for Survivor Series. I think they already have the Shield together. It'll be the same 5, and then the Shield will up the ante and make it more even, and they'll find 2 more people. Maybe it's Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. Maybe it's 2 people we're not thinking of right now. Maybe it's some returns. Maybe it's somebody from SmackDown. Who knows? So I expect Braun, Miz, Kane, Cesaro, and Sheamus probably to go over. It just makes sense. And they'll do it in true heel fashion. Kane is 50 years old, God bless him. Still doing it. Looks great. There are reports out there that Nia Jax walked out of the company. It doesn't make sense to me. She obviously was not on television. This is stuff that, you hear on the internet. Therefore, it's probably... It may not be true. The next time we talk, we hope to get confirmation on that rumor. If we played around right now and we thought about what I think they're indicating for Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon, Team Kevin, Team Shane at Survivor Series. Okay, we got Sami Zayn. You could almost imagine that AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, those 3 right there, who really don't have a program going on right now. Plus Shane, of course, that's 4. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, 2. Maybe they need 2 more. Maybe they'll go 5-on-5. Is this an opportunity for Baron Corbin? I hope it's not, and I tell you why. I'm hoping it's a situation where now he can actually have a feud with somebody, which is utterly important since he has the U.S. title. Who would be on Owens' team? Is kind of the question we'll be asking. And I'll probably ask it from now until it gets announced. So you have to stay tuned for that at least. Now, if you're just joining us here on the program, the number is 844-627-3352. Want to remind you guys, we'll be having a very special show. It's either going to be the pre-show or the post-show of TLC this Sunday. Obviously, we want everyone to listen to the program. So if there's a lot of football on, if there's a lot of events going on with baseball, if there's some situation, maybe we'll do a post show. We've had success with both, so we'll let you guys know. And we always have some fun during that because we really have nothing to lose. We make some predictions, but more importantly, we talk out loud and have some fun with that. Hopefully, Coder will join us as well for that. He is actually on assignment. It's 2 days in a row. We kind of miss him. So, Coder, if you're listening to the program, we miss you here on the program for the code break. Recapping, if you just started listening to us, the show opens in Daniel Bryan's hometown. Well, technically close to it. They're in Seattle, Washington. Obviously, it's his home. He's a huge fan of the Seahawks. Aberdeen is not very far from Seattle. He is greeted by Sami Zayn, then Kevin Owens comes out. Some phenomenal promo work. We actually have the audio early in the program if you want to rewind this or go back and listen to it on demand. And the other big thing to really come out of this is this, and it was a rumor. We never really brought it up on this show. It was online. I just don't buy into that. I don't buy into a lot of the stuff online. But when everybody starts talking about it, we kind of paid attention. Of course, it came into fruition last night on SmackDown. Jinder Mahal calls out Brock Lesnar. And not only that, shockingly enough, Paul Heyman will address it on Monday Night Raw. It's either Paul and Brock or just Paul. Should have paid attention to that. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios you could go. Brock would be like, who are you? Read the first question. Sorry, who are you again? The modern day what? But this is going to be fun. I think it'll be fun. It's, and I can even see Jinder winning. Somebody's coming out. Who knows? Maybe it's Taker. Who knows? Maybe it's Roman. Who knows? What I do know is at WrestleMania, Brock will be the Universal Champion. That I do know. I do know that Jinder will not be, because I think Jinder will drop it sooner than later. If not in the December pay-per-view, then without a doubt, probably at Royal Rumble. Now, the December pay-per-view is Night of Champions. So we'll see how that goes. Should be interesting. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to remember that we do have a special show coming up. We'll let you guys know on Twitter about that. I appreciate everybody listening. Also, it does mean a lot if I recently became your friend on Twitter, or if I follow you or you follow me. It's been a pleasure. I really do enjoy tweeting during SmackDown and Monday Night Raw and pay-per-views and throughout the day. And I got to meet a lot of cool people. So thank you for that. We also love to put out polls out there, and there's a lot of polls on Twitter that you guys could still answer, because some will go a couple more days, and we'll probably reveal them in our special TLC show that's coming up. I want to thank everybody at Broadcast Row, the network that provides the Wrestling Morning Show. I want to thank Coder, even though he's not here, at Code Rock 874. Everybody here at the Wrestling Morning Show, thank you so much. Everybody who listens around the country, thank you. The people who listen around the world, thank you. Next time we will speak will be on Sunday, and we'll make that announcement. It's either going to be the pre-show or the post-show, as we take this morning show to the afternoon or the night. This is Mardel, your host. You can follow me at Mardel Brennan if you want. Anytime you have a question, comment, or concern, contact us through social media, through the website, or you know what? We even got the phone line. It's always on. It's a call and text line, 844-627-3352. We thank our sponsors for the show. Thank you for those advertisers. All the wrestling fans, thank you guys. It's been an interesting week, and hopefully Sunday will be even better. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, and be good.